Oh, great, you're here. I'm so glad you agreed to help me move. Come on in. I can't begin to tell you how much it means to me that you came. Seriously, thank you. Oh no, there is nobody else here, it's just you. Oh no, it'll be okay. We don't need anybody else to move what I've got left. Yeah, the place is pretty much empty. I'm nearly completely moved out. All of the big stuff is in my new place, and it's all been set up and ready to go. Anything that's still here is staying here. Like the kitchen table over there. I'm giving them to the new owners. Replacements for what I'm not taking with me and already haven't purchased and delivered to my new home. The old upgrades. I splurged on everything I've always wanted. And you know what? I've decided to break from my old life and start fresh. No more regrets, and I'm going to live life to the fullest from now on. I'm glad you approve. Oh, what do you mean you wish you could do the same? Of course you can do the same. Everybody can. All it takes is a bit of willpower and seize the day. Well, maybe things are looking up for you much sooner than you think. You never know. Yeah, almost everything I have is there now. Clothes, dishes, all of my stuff. My TV and game systems are all set up and ready to go. There was just one more very important thing I needed to take with me before I left the keys on the kitchen counter and locked up for the last time. Yeah, that's right. I did tell you that I needed your help moving, and I do. I wasn't lying just to get you here to say goodbye or something like that. There is one vitally important upgrade to my life that will make everything perfect that only you can help me with. You. That's what I said. You. Oh no, the cuffs aren't coming off. I'm taking you with me, and I've decided that you're mine, and I'm making it happen. Did you know you're really cute when you're flustered and confused? It's so adorable. Oh no, this is not a joke. You're coming with me. And before you ask, this also isn't it there a prank, a setup, or anything else of that nature? This isn't me bullying you or harming you in any way. This is me confessing to you right here, right now. This is me telling you I love you. I've loved you for a while now, and I want you with me from now on. And to that end, I'm claiming you and I'm taking you with me. Why can't it work like that? It's a very serious question. Why can't it work that way? Okay, whoa, hold up. It's obvious that this is catching you by surprise, which I knew it would. Let me give you a minute to collect your thoughts before responding, okay? Come here. Yes, come here. We're going into my bedroom, or what's left of it. The bed is being left here for the new owner, so we can lay down and relax for a minute. I do apologize, the bed you'll be in my new place is much nicer, but this will have to do for now. Oh, come here. I'll sit down at the end of the bed while you lay down. You can rest your head on my lap and I'll stroke your hair as you put your thoughts together. Oh, come on, don't overthink this part. Sit down in the bed and then lay down in this direction. Then you can start overthinking everything that's happening to your heart's desire. That's the way. Rest your head here. You know full well that you wanted to do this for a long time and now you get to. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Just relax. I'll do the rest. Does that feel good? Excellent. Now, as I continue to softly stroke your hair and gently massage your head and neck, go ahead and explain to me, why do you think this might be a bad idea? This is not unfair. This is me being honest and upfront. I'm not causing tingles to shuffle relaxingly down your spine and throughout the rest of your body in order to weaken your resistance to my evil schemes. I'm showing you exactly how you're going to be treated when I bring you home with me. To my new home. To our new home. Not only am I being not unfair, I'm being more than fair by being open and forthright. Isn't that valuable information you want to know as you ponder your situation and decide how to react? And since you said that it's so unfair for me to be doing this, is that an admittance that it's exactly what you wanted? That I guessed correctly? Is that your revelation to me that my treatment for you now is greatly desired? Yeah, it's not definitely normal. Shall we say wooing route that most people take. But why should I be forced to confine myself to what most other people do? Okay, screw that. Why should I have to abide by the standard way of doing things? First of all, the term norm means that it's the usually chosen path, which means that there are some other paths that exist even though they may be outliers. I'm simply choosing the road less traveled by, and that will make all the difference. But second, just because something is commonly accepted norm doesn't make it incredibly stupid. If I had asked you out on a date and you had accepted, we then would have dated a few times and then I'd have gone finally to your place and you felt okay to call me a girlfriend, and then we would have gone through a long, slow process of getting to know each other, and then God knows how much later it would have even taken for you or any of us to propose. Probably me, as you would have been wanting to, but dragging your feet. But I would have been considerate enough to try to encourage you into doing it yourself. And then we would have had a long wait where we planned our wedding, and then possibly years later we would finally get married. That's a lot of waste time. We could have been together. It's the kind of thing that years from now would make us wish that we could go back in time and redo our lives to keep from wasting all this time. So, think of me as the one who has already experienced all of that and then went back in time to today. I'm doing now what our future selves agreed and we should have done in the first place. I want you and you want me, and we're a perfect match for each other. I've decided to be practical about this whole thing and I will make it happen. Simple as that. On the contrary, I don't think that being practical loses any of its romance at all. I find it very romantic. This is a story we'll be telling our grandchildren as they sit with wide-eyed wonder at our feet, as Well, I was probably giggling at your embarrassment as I tell it. It gets you here with me now, in this place of gently caring for you and telling you that I love you. This is what you've been wanting me to do for a while. How's that not romantic? Oh, please. Don't even try to protest at this point. It's obvious that you've been crushing on me big time since the moment we met 6 months ago. You've simply been too timid to admit it. I'm sort of confirming right now that you want this, am I not? Yes, you're cuffed and I've got you on my lap, but not only are you obviously enjoying my affectionate touch without struggling, you're not even gagged. The windows are open. There are several children playing outside. We can both hear them right now. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, that's Mrs. Everly shouting to her husband to remind him to put the trash out today. If you wanted to shout or scream for help, someone would definitely hear you, and yet you have chosen not to. Don't give me that. You're not concerned that I might do something to you if you try to cry out for help. There is no gun or knife or weapon of any sort. There is no taser or chloroform at hand to go. And I've never given you a reason to suspect that I might want to harm you in any way. Not in the last 8 months, and not now, unless you count my kissing you after I cuffed you to be an assault. You could stop this at any time, and yet you've chosen not to. True, I've never asked you out. Well, not exactly. I set a meeting and rendezvous with you for various other reasons, and I would organize the gatherings with all of our friends in such a way to keep us together as much as possible. I've actively tried to be around you at every opportunity, and I did my best to subtly encourage you to make a move without making it seem like I was doing so, which I rightfully believed would make you run in fear if I were that upfront about it. But you never did. You never acted upon your desire to be with me, even though it was painfully obvious that you did, in fact, desire me the most. So, you know what? Screw subtly. I realized that the only way I'm going to be with you was to force the issue myself. You were never going to step forward, so it was up to me to be the aggressor, but as I just said, if I forced the issue in the, as you say, normal, conventional way, I knew you'd panic and run, and so the only logical course of action was to keep you from running. Yeah, I know it qualifies as kidnapping, and I'm okay with that. Very good. That is a valid point in answering. Why not? If the proper authorities find out I'm doing this, I could go to jail. It is definitely a risk that I'm taking by doing this, but it's a calculated risk. The odds of me being discovered are greatly reduced by the fact that you want me to do this, and you're not going to make it difficult for me to get away with it now. You figured it out. I don't have to move away for another job or for any other reason that I've been telling people. I never did. And moving away has always been a part of my plan to be with you. I knew that, even though I'm right and this is what you and I both want. If I stayed around here and did this, one of, if not all of our friends would react in a way they believed would be saving you For that reason, I'm going to take you someplace far from other people where we can be alone together for at least a while. I'm taking you to a place where I can cuddle you and care for you and in every way show you how wonderful you are without having to face my fear that anybody would take me away from you. But also to elevate your fear that I'm not serious about my love for you and that I might leave you or reject you. You're going to be mine and I'm going to show you how much I mean it. Me not giving you a choice is me helping you. You would have never given yourself a chance to experience my love for you otherwise. Yeah, you heard me correctly. I was afraid of losing you forever, and I know that must feel very strange for you to hear since you're the shy one and I'm the outgoing one, but I really wanted to be with you, and I was afraid that any revelation of that feeling would make you run. I considered every option. This is the only one I believed got me you. No, I mean it. I considered every other option. If I had tried any other conventional path, not a single one ended with you and me together that I could see. I could have asked you out and then asked you out again and then continued to pester you about it, hoping that you'd break down one day and finally accept my invitation to go on a date, but you wouldn't have said yes. You'd only have fearfully avoided me because of this idea that you have that you're unworthy of something as wonderful as me. It would have not only kept this from happening, it would have severed whatever friendship we also had, or I could just take you and be done with it. We both get what we want this way. Yeah, I guess this is pretty much the plot from Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. Maybe I did use that inspiration. I'm not sure. Well, if it influenced me on a subconscious level, then by definition I wouldn't be aware of that now, would I? You see, that laugh, that smile both confirm that I'm doing the right thing by taking you. What do you mean? That doesn't prove anything. That proves everything. You're not afraid of me. You're having fun. You think this is silly and tender and even very sweet, but not wrong. You can kidnap a willing victim, and that's further confirmation to me that this isn't really a kidnapping. It's a rescue from yourself. I'm doing what's best for you, whether you like it or not. It's an intervention. I'm the best thing that could ever happen to you. But you're too afraid to take it yourself, and I'm merely in agreement with the decision you want to make. No, I'm not a Yandere. I know you would bring that up. I hate that term. Does any part of this feel unhinged or out of control? I haven't drugged you, I haven't hurt you, I haven't threatened anybody else. Okay, yeah, the cuffs kind of point that direction. I'm taking you with me, no matter what you say, and it's technically possible that I've misread the entire situation and you're not really on board with any of this. That's the calculated risk I spoke about earlier. And I did also admit that the possibility of losing you gave me fear. Admit to that again, even if it's brought up against me in trial. If you want to label me as a Yandere, then I guess go ahead and label me as a Yandere. I'll laugh at that. I may even learn to like it one day. But seriously, tell me I'm wrong. Just tell me now that you don't find me attractive. Tell me that you don't think I'm beautiful, and not just physically. Tell me it didn't make you feel wonderful to be around me as much as possible, and tell me that you weren't really crushing on me in big time. Tell me that you weren't struggling within yourself to build up the courage to ask me out, and tell me that you really are very brave and that you've Never asked me out because you simply don't like me. Tell me that my assessment of you in this situation is incorrect. Go on. Tell me. Tell me that me lightly stroking your temples while running my fingers gently through your hair and speaking to you softly and warmly while telling you how much you're worth isn't what you've dreamed about for months. Tell me. You see, your silence tells me everything I needed to know. So now, I think it's time. I'm going to bring you to my car and I'm going to lock up our lives here and we are going to head out to begin our new lives together. You can lay in my lap as I continue to caress you and pat you in every way you'd let me, just to show you how much I'll always love you. You ready? Of course I'm not throwing you into the trunk. I told you I want to run my fingers through your hair all the way there. Besides, I can't wait to see the look on your face as we pull up to our new place. You're going to be thrilled. It's just you and me, sweetie. An unconventional love story, but a love story nonetheless. Me, the forceful yet loving. No, not Yandere. Stop saying that. I'm the wild protagonist with a tender heart and this fascinating tale that makes the audience hope that all of our plans come to fruition. And then there is you, the preciously cute bunny rabbit of a kidnapped victim that needs to be cared for all the rest of his life. Okay, call me what you want, babe. I guess that's your pet name from now on. I suppose you can handle that. And you know why? Because you and I both know you want to be here, right?